For us, it's a living reality to celebrate Christ's presence. They should be spent reflecting more deeply on the reality of Christmas, that God the Son, the second person of the Holy Trinity, has taken our human nature, has united our human nature to his divine nature in the womb of Mary, and then has been born so that he could live in our midst and accomplish the great work of his public ministry, of his teaching and healing, and then the culmination of that public ministry, accomplish the work of our eternal salvation by dying on the cross for us. You can't celebrate that fittingly in one day. This needs several days. We have wonderful feasts, for instance, Feast of St. Stephen on the day after Christmas, Feast of St. John the Evangelist on the 27th to 28th of the Holy Innocents, and then, of course, the octave of Christmas finishes with celebrating the divine maternity of Mary. If Jesus is truly God and man, then the Blessed Virgin Mary is the Mother of God, and as was defined so beautifully at the Council of Ephesus. That's not the end, because we then have the Epiphany to celebrate the mission of Christ to the whole world, signified by the arrival of the wise men from faraway places who came to worship him at his birth, his own baptism, that begins to signify already the great work of our salvation, which begins for each one of us individually in the waters of baptism by which we're cleansed of original sin and begin to live the life of grace. And then the wonderful celebration of the wedding feast at Cana, our Lord's first miracle, worked on behalf of marriage and the family. This is to signify to us that the first place of salvation is in marriage and is in the home. And in fact, really, the Christmas spirit continues through the feast of the presentation of our Lord in the temple. So I would urge people today, in our very secularized society in which Christmas is seen as a commercial event, it's wonderful to give gifts at Christmas time. It's a sign of Christ's love in us for particular persons. But now it's become so commercialized, and so that the Christmas day comes, and the next day people are taking down the Christmas tree and putting away the creche. No, these should remain with us for the days of Christmas, as we say, at least until the Epiphany, and longer if possible, so that that joy which is so great at the knowledge of God's love for us in our Lord Jesus Christ can have a proper expression in our lives. There are devotions and prayers which we can say and take part in, and in all these ways extend our celebration of Christmas as fittingly we should through the Christmas and Epiphany seasons. If it were just a commercial event, in other words, now I see that they start the commercial aspect even before Thanksgiving. When I was a child, it was after Thanksgiving that people began to talk about the Christmas gifts and so forth. But now all the sales and whatever else, it starts already before Thanksgiving. And if that's all there is to it, then you can see, well, Christmas is over and we move on to something else. But for us, this is not some kind of passing event, season to buy gifts. For us, it's a living reality to celebrate Christ's presence in our lives, which began with his incarnation and with his birth at Bethlehem. That's what should inspire us, and that brings so much joy to us even in difficult times, and we need that. The devil likes to take it away from us, the joy of Christmas and Easter, but we shouldn't let him do that.